Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My morning has been productive. I got up, I did 20 minutes on the treadmill, I had breakfast, I did a little bit of Christmas shopping, and then I've been doing a little bit of organization work for our upcoming masterclass in December. The topic is not going to be released yet. And the upcoming group coaching program that is kicking off in January. So this first round is actually going to be 50% off what the full price will be. When we launch it, it will be $500. If you join between now and December 10th, it'll be $250. The price will go up after that to probably $300 or $350. We haven't pinpointed what that exact price is yet, but it's an 8-week small group coaching program that's kicking off middle of January, weekly trainings to help you transform your nutrition foundation so that you can feel confident in your skin and in the kitchen through nutrition education, counseling, and support. We have our client group chat that you'll be in as well too, and guides with every single topic, as well as us holding your hand throughout the way to help make sure that you're setting the right goals for you to feel your best and actually make progress. So if you're interested in that, I can drop some of the details down in the comments below, or please send me a message. I'd love to talk with you more about that. If you have HSA or FSA money that is ending or expiring at the end of this year, this is the perfect opportunity to use it. $250 gets you in. The price will go up after December 10th. So what we are talking about here today on this live, though, is about motivation. I have heard from so many people the past couple weeks, especially after this time change, and this happens every single year, that our motivation seems to be hitting an all-time low. It is dark out, we're eating dinner earlier, we have no motivation to get up off the couch, we're binge watching more TV. There's just so many things going on where we're just like, I am mentally checking out. I cannot do this right now. Now, I know that you still have goals, and we have a month left in this year, and if we're taking action now, you can still see progress and be so much further ahead than everybody else getting started on January 1st. And you and I both know they're not really getting started on January 1st because they're nursing a hangover. They're getting started probably on January 2nd or 3rd, or waiting until that next week because New Year's Day is on a Monday. So they are not getting started right away. They're probably taking the rest of that week. You're going to be over a month then ahead of time when we get started now, and we really work and focus on that motivation. So the first thing to remember is that motivation comes and goes. Motivation is not something that's going to stick. We can't expect it to be there all the time. You are not always jumping out of your chair, jumping out of bed saying, yes, I can't wait. We're going to the gym today and I'm going to crush this workout. There's so many times where you're probably like, that sounds horrible right now. I'm too comfy and I'm just going to stay right in bed. So understanding that we can't have that expectation that you're always going to be motivated, that you're always going to be ready to go and excited and everything's falling into place, because it's not going to work. What we have to do is take that step back and say, okay, how can I work on increasing my motivation or my determination to reach my goals without having it affect things that I want to do and stuff like that? Now, I just mentioned that I know we have been binge watching Suits on Netflix quite a bit. I'm sure you're binge watching other things. You're catching up on reality TV. There's a lot of reality TV right now after the writer's strike. Things aren't picking up until after the Super Bowl, so that's in February. Here are some ways that we can kind of hack our motivation for us to feel better and actually accomplish things and make progress before the end of this year. Number one is pairing tasks together. Let's say you really want to watch that next episode of Selling Sunset because the entire season came out, and you know that those episodes are 30 minutes long, and you also really want to get in 30 minutes of movement. Maybe it's walking on the treadmill, but you're like, I'm just battling this thing of I'd much rather just sit on the couch. Stack them together. We have a TV by our treadmill. I will watch TV while I walk. I will watch my trashy reality TV, and it helps to keep me motivated. And then I'm also not fixated on the time too, because how often are we working out being like, am I done yet? Am I done yet? Like, I might finish this phase. Like, can I just move on because like I am bored with it right now? So if we can distract ourselves, or we can stack these habits or tasks together, it'll be a heck of a lot easier. It's the same thing too of maybe you're going outside and you're like, I really need to shovel the driveway. I don't want to shovel the driveway. But remembering that shoveling is actually a form of accidental exercise. You can burn like 300 calories an hour from shoveling. So going outside and saying like, this is my movement for the day. This is what's going to help me. It's going to help with keeping me active. Maybe it's cleaning up as you're making dinner. Like, that's an easy thing where it might be that motivation of, okay, I gotta pick stuff up. This casserole is going in the oven for an hour. I have an hour now where I can go through and knock out, maybe it's cleaning a couple different things, or I can do a workout in this time, or whatever it is, or I can plan my meals for the next day as we're sitting here drinking our coffee, versus saying like, oh, I'll just do it later, and then we don't go grocery shopping and we end up in the spiral of, I don't have any food, what do I do now? So number 2, using the reward system. Now, I want to caution you against using food as a reward, because it programs us into thinking that we have to earn our food. And you and I both know that is not the case. You deserve to eat all the time. You deserve to honor those hunger cues. You never have to earn food. You're never having to say like, I need to do this in order for me to have that cookie. If you really want that cookie, I want you to have that cookie. However, we can maybe use that reward system for other things. Maybe you have been looking at getting a new pair of workout sneakers, but you want to say like, okay, I want to use that as a motivation to get them to accomplish something. And maybe that is like, I'm going to walk a mile a day for a week straight. I am just going to make sure that I'm getting in those, let's say it ends up being an additional 7 miles to your week. And that might be through just walking on the treadmill at the end of the day, or being intentional about movement while you're at work, all of those different things. And then I will buy myself the, whatever. Or like, I will treat myself to a new book when I accomplish this or something like that. Once I look at the progress of like, if I can hit squatting 145 pounds or 135 pounds, then I will reward myself with a new sports bra from Lululemon or whatever it is, using that as a reward system rather than saying like, I'm going to do this to earn my cookie or earn whatever food it is, because we know that's not a healthy way of looking at it. So you absolutely can use a reward system to help with hacking your motivation, but we don't want to solely rely on us having to earn something like that, earn food or anything like that. It just might be a motivating way of like, if I start training or if I sign up for a half marathon in 3 months, then I'm going to buy my shoes. If I get myself to sign up, then I'm going to buy those shoes for training, and I know that I'll feel better. And then number 3 with motivation, communicating your goals, having accountability. This is huge. So often do we fail and we cannot see ourselves to the end of progress or whatever it is, because we don't tell someone who we are working with, our partner, whoever it is, that we have these goals. Excuse me, I didn't finish my coffee. That we have these goals, that this is what we are working on, that we are trying to accomplish something. So when we don't do it, when we say like, oh, I'm going to do it, and then you don't do it, you're setting yourself up to say like, well, nobody knew anyways. Like, it's fine. I don't have that accountability or that motivation because I communicated that goal with somebody else or whatever it is. Like, I'll say to Joe, like, hey, I want to walk on the treadmill after dinner time, and that might be, I might say that at like around lunch. And then maybe after dinner, he's like, I'll clean up the food. I'll clean up dinner if you want to go down and walk on the treadmill, because I know you said that you wanted to do that. Communicating those goals helps you, for you to hear it out loud and you're processing and saying like, yeah, like I said that I was going to do this. I am going to do this. And then also too, it helps to create that accountability, which can help with the motivation to get there. Okay. Inside of that signature, inside of that group coaching program we're kicking off in January, we are talking a lot on that first call about motivation, goal setting, finding your why, because this we really believe is a foundation to lasting results and making change. So if you're like, motivation is one of the biggest things that I suffer with, I know I need to make a change, I just don't know where to start. The 8-week group coaching program from now until December 10th is only $250. it's time for you to join. You can upgrade to add in a one-on-one call with one of the coaches too. When this goes, after this first trial run, it's going to be up to $500 for the 2-month program. So if you're interested, you have HSA, FSA money to use. I will drop that down in the comments below. If you like more trainings like this and you want them longer and more in depth, join the Nourished membership. It is only $29 a month, less than $1 a day. If you're somebody who stops for coffee every single week, maybe you reduce the size of that coffee or you skip it for a little while, and that helps you budget in joining that Nourished membership, which gives you the masterclass every single month. It gives you the Q&A call before the masterclass, our entire recipe and handouts guide and video library. Over 200 recipes, over 200 videos. We have over 50 different handout guides that you can download and use, as well as that Q&A before the masterclass, which is a deep dive training like this, but a lot bigger and a lot more information and practical application to help you make progress. Plus, you get 10% off coaching and programs too. So I'll drop the link for both of those down in the comments below. Motivation, remember, is going to come and go, but you can hack it. And these are some of the easy ways that you can do that too. If you have any questions or you're interested in joining our 8-week group coaching program kicking off in January, I'm going to drop everything down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching me. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you soon.